We're back. All right, we're back in Albuquerque, in fact. So
Made
it made
full trip.
a full circle. I can't believe that the days now are really numbered on our caravan.
Yeah, went by really fast.
So we left you last time. We were headed to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, which was awesome. Much, much less crowded and commercial than the south rim. And in fact, there was almost no one there.
Right.
It was really beautiful. And you're going to see from the video that we were the parkers, and we did a boondock. I guess we were there for 3 nights.
3 nights.
3 nights out in the middle of a beautiful field on public land.
In the meadow. Maybe we should explain what it means to be a parker.
Yeah, so the parkers help get the trailers organized when we arrive at the destination. And this particular destination was a
there were no parking places.
No power, no water, and no parking places. So we literally took a rope and we drew the circumference of a circle out and then measured out.
Well, Gary did that. Our leader did that.
Yeah, Gary
we
and
just
Bob.
kind of
we implemented
the plan.
We implemented the plan.
I said a couple other ones.
And got everybody
You'll
parked.
see the video.
Yeah, you'll see a bit of a video and then the drone footage of our almost perfect wagon
Yeah,
wheel.
it was so much fun and such a great experience.
That was great to be parkers on that one. You know, of all the things places we could have been parkers, that was the
awesome.
right place.
Yeah.
So the North Rim was great. We did some hiking around there. It was just a really beautiful setting. What else did we do? We did a couple of hiking trails along the North Rim, but mostly it was just taking in the Grand Canyon, and it's grand. But of course, having come from all these other really spectacular sights, it wasn't like the Grand Canyon was a letdown at all.
No, not at all.
It was building up to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, the funny thing is I have lived in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona for 3.5 years and failed to see the Grand Canyon. And so this was definitely on my bucket list. And so John was really excited for me to see.
Oh, that's right. We walked up. I said,
close your eyes.
Yeah.
So okay, open them. And I opened them like, oh,
it's
the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, and we saw that we went to some beautiful overview points that were just really stunning and just really quiet and not many people, so that made it even better.
Yeah.
So from the North Rim of the Grand Canyon, we went to Page, Arizona, and we had a number of activities there.
We had a lot of fun in Page.
The first night, we went to the Gone West restaurant, and we had just a good country western dancing, getting up on stage,
singing, playing the tambourine,
just having fun, just getting a little silly out there, and that was a lot of fun. And we were camped right on Lake Powell in Page, so the campground was super nice, and literally we were right on the shore of Lake Powell. We did a great Jeep ride into the Slot Canyon and Horseshoe Bend. Shannon loved the Slot Canyon most of all.
Of everything that we've seen, the Slot Canyon was absolutely the most amazing sights. I can't even explain how beautiful it was to me. My favorite place thus far.
And our guides were really great. Native Americans, Navajo. That was Malcolm, right?
Yes.
Malcolm, and a medicine man who had studied for years as a young man in his
10
30s.
years underneath his grandfather, who was also a medicine man.
So we got a good opportunity to talk about tribal ways, customs, faith, religion, beliefs, and lifestyle. So that was really fascinating for me because I love that kind of stuff. Slot Canyon was great. Horseshoe Bend. That was also great.
Yeah.
A great lookout point over the Colorado River. It reminded us of Gooseneck State Park,
yes,
right?
It did.
Except maybe on a bigger scale because we were closer looking at only one bend in the river.
Right. We ended our time in Page with Zodiac float down the Colorado River at Glen Canyon.
Yeah, from the Glen Canyon Dam down about 15 miles. It was just really a peaceful float. There's not any rapids because that's a tailwater there on the Colorado. So it was just crystal clear, cool flowing water among 1,000-foot canyons that you look up and only have to imagine what John Wesley Powell saw when he was making his expedition down the Colorado or the Green River. 1,000-foot cliffs straight up. So that was really interesting. From there, we went to Chelly, Arizona, and Chelly is near Canyon de Chelly, and we did another Jeep tour at Canyon de Chelly. Canyon de Chelly has a lot of the ancient Anasazi ruins still there. Also a great opportunity to interact with Native Americans, and they were super nice. Our guide TJ was so forthcoming about his life and lifestyle and beliefs, just really interesting. And of course Canyon de Chelly was It was beautiful.
It was beautiful, and then we also got to hear two of the guides play the flute,
play the flute.
Our guide TJ gave us a demonstration of a, what do you call it, ATLATL?
ATLATL. So an ancient throwing stick. So
which I've learned that John had made one when he was a little boy, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, so that was really interesting to see that demonstration, and once again, the guides were really great. Just hats
really
off to these folks who really just did their homework and had a lot of good information.
Yeah.
Then from Chelly, Arizona, we went to Gallup, New Mexico, and strangely in Gallup, that's the first time we got any rain, really, in this whole trip.
We had a little bit at the north rim of the Grand Canyon, but really not a whole lot. But it rained a lot in Gallup.
It rained a lot in Gallup, but it wasn't bad.
We still got a hike in.
We still got a good hike in. We went to El Morro, which is the National Monument, and we hiked there, and we saw, what's it called?
Inscription Rock.
Rock.
It also was a very amazing hike because they gave us books that showed what was it, 22, wasn't it? Inscriptions, and explained who inscribed on the rock and the year and the situation around their inscription. It was really
fascinating.
Cool.
And that was one other example of, we thought about going. Doug Hughes said, hey, you should go. It was kind of rainy, and we're like, we don't really want to drive 50, 60
so glad
miles.
We went.
And it was like, wow, this is awesome.
It was awesome.
Looking at signatures from the 1500s, the 1600s, the 1700s.
We saw Akiba at the top, and
the
Pueblo.
1800s, and a chronicle of all these people that had come this way before, from the Spanish conquistadors and Franciscan monks to white people making their way out there. Really, really great. And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of inscriptions.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
That were preserved.
Absolutely worth doing, and the hike was really a lot of fun too. And then we did Richardson's Trading Post in Gallup, which was another thing that we were like, so. But Richardson's was really good. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was founded in 1913 by the Richardson family, and it's still in their family.
Yeah, and it's the oldest continuously run trading post, maybe in the United States. Now, we also stopped at the Hubble Trading Post, which is in a national park or on a reservation. They also claimed that it was the oldest continuously run. But the bottom line is, these things have been in existence trading with Native Americans since white people got here.
Right.
And the knowledge that the individual that gave the tour had of Navajo and Native American art and rugs was amazing.
Yes.
I mean, clearly it dedicated his life, and he told us since he was 12 years old to really understanding all this art, and it was beautiful. Now, it's not our interest, unfortunately.
Well, it's not necessarily not our interest. It's just not something that we collect.
It's not something
very
we collect.
Interesting. Just not something that we necessarily. If we lived out here, perhaps we would.
Yeah.
But I was glad
beautiful
we went.
rugs. I mean, these rugs are from $3,000 to probably $20,000.
And they're small. I mean, really small, and like just the such time-consuming skills in a project. Yeah, it's amazing.
But a good stop, worth doing. And then Gallup, that was it.
That was it.
We rolled out of Gallup this morning.
Yeah, we got one workout while we were there. We went to a gym. It was really nice. And so hey, we are at the end of our caravan, and it's the big grand finale, which I don't know if we should say or not.
No, we're headed on.
You'll have to stay tuned to see what.
Yeah, we're headed on to another adventure before we go on to yet another adventure. But for now, we're back in Albuquerque, right on historic Route 66, getting all prepped up for what we're going to do next and on the weekend.
Yep. All right.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Master of Ceremonies Gary Anderson setting up the wagon wheel. Here he is, folks. Right there, Doug Hughes and Shannon getting it done.
You're about
caravan style. Taking a stroll along the Cape Royal Trail on the north rim of the Grand Canyon. Really beautiful, just really spectacular. View from Cape Royal. view of Doug studying Spanish lessons.
Take me home to the bay. I belong West Virginia. Now mama, take me home, country road. All my
All right, we're in Chelly, Arizona on the Navajo Reservation, headed out to Canyon de Chelly for a Jeep ride. It's an awesome morning. We got in last night from Page, Arizona. Here we go.
Okay, to your right. Hi-yo, hi-yo. Say it with me. Hi-yo, hi-yo. Hi-yo, hi-yo. The medicine man, we call her Toffee. They play their crystal flute that way to say to call in the holy people.